Molly? Sure.
We're live.
This WOMMLP breaking up film modified radiated. This is a good evening. I'm your host, Rocketshop. Tonight, REDadmiral. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello.
It's early.
How are we all this evening?
Yes. Glad to be here.
Doing the store weather?
Yeah, good start.
Yeah.
Like that. We need
Cold thunder lightning earlier.
Even a little help.
Even a little hail. Wow, I didn't see that. I'm glad I was well at it. We like off with the songs. So what you guys got to start off with?
Songs. You're gonna do Layer Dust yet? Nobody else here. Nobody else comes out. They just a kick away.
Just by REDadmiral. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Would you like to go and introduce yourselves and let them know what you're playing this evening?
Yeah.
Sure, man. I'll go first. I'm Gordon. Play this bass resonator guitar, and I have jingly stuff on my feet.
That description. All right. I'm Sam. This is Ampeg Baby Bass down here. And it's pretty much all I do. I try to do the harmony vocal I can, but there's a weird disconnect between playing this thing and it's the same time.
Hi, I'm John. I'm joking on my guitar. We have to play lead guitar and sing harmony.
Nice. And you've been in the studio about two years ago. You came into the Happy World. It's good to see you back again. For people who listened last time, little bit about your background, your history, your origin story. How did you go together?
Wow. I moved to Vermont in '08, and I had played in bands. I was previously in Baltimore for 15 years, and I needed to have a band. And I was looking around trying to meet people. Sam was actually, if I'm not thinking, was coaching youth basketball. And I was chatting him up, and I don't know how it came up right away that he had stand-up bass. And that was one of the things I wanted to do. Basically, that's what we're doing right now. Like, I want to find a stand-up bass player, and so it was like our first conversation came. I was like, we should get together. So that was a huge linchpin. I think I can't remember. I was already playing with you, right?
Yeah, actually, we had an interesting story in that we were in a band.
Yeah.
Actually, we really had to band. We switched to part of the reason we switched to acoustic was the drummer got another job, the moved out, and we found ourselves a drummer. We were practicing with acoustic, like, this guy sounds good.
Yeah.
And then we brought on Ed Hall, who's not with us here tonight, just he's down in New Hampshire. And he plays all kinds of funky percussion now with us. So we did to switch it up to acoustic. Kind of a lot of the same material, but it's just either our first album, this heavy grungy sound, and we have our second album coming out on Saturday. There's actually one song that's on both albums.
Yeah.
So you hear an acoustic, an unplugged, kind of acoustic instrument version, electric version of the same song. So it's kind of fun.
Nice. So you said your second album coming out. Came out at the start of the month. Is that right?
This Saturday.
Yeah. All right. Yes, the month.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The last album out though.
Oh, gosh.
What dates? 2015 maybe? Yeah.
So it's been a few years, and really the band is kind of morphed into something different. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
So yeah, tell me a little bit more about this transition between electric and this acoustic setup you got now. How did that happen? Apart from just losing your drummer and gaining a percussion in, was it kind of a conscious effort, or did you kind of just morph into it? Like you kind of realize and one day you wake up and you realize you're entirely different.
I'm going to say it was pretty. I mean, one of the things I can say about that when I met John, we were just talking about this. John's an audio engineer and like a long time file and professional. So we started playing together. It just was like he was killer guitar player, and we had a drummer. And so just we were raced right away. We all kind of knew how to. If we just fell into that, it was natural because we all been doing that. And I wanted to do something like this for a long time. So when Chris left on work, I was like, let's try this out. And we did it for a while without any other extra percussion, just the two of us. And then we started kind of slowly introducing, like, strip down and then build back up. So like, less is more, and then kind of started back in.
Interesting.
It's also just practical. I mean, I also my background. I love music. I love it. But with full band with Eddie, 11 kids between the all of us, we get tired of waiting around to go on stage at 12.
Oh, yeah,
This opened up a whole world of playing like gigs and home by 910, like civilized. We put on brewery. Used to be back when you could do that thing. But we play it every month. Breweries around Vermont, and they have nice, reasonable odds, and they actually should pay it. It's great.
That's might be a buffoon. Yeah, like we actually this arrangement we play a lot more frequently. We were on a streak for at least once a month for more than a year.
Almost 2 years.
Like way more than we were playing.
So the advantage of breweries is the brewery there.
Yes. For sure.
Yeah.
Perks. And it's easy to get them out too. That's just like here's the thing: when you get to be a person and you're not like 15, and if you're going on at midnight, like nobody I know is gonna. It doesn't matter how good you are. It's like when you go on one. Okay, have fun. Well, let us know how it's going. It's really hard to get people to come out.
Unless you're playing Coachella, or you've got no.
Right, but that's not like if you're living in Vermont, it's like people are not gonna, well, it's not that they're not coming out, but like my friends and our friends, it's like really hard to get.
It's a tough.
Yeah, it's tough sell.
It's hard.
So you guys named, you guys named after a butterfly. Is that right? I googled REDadmiral.
Common sheep butterfly.
Yeah.
A seasonal traveler that comes to Vermont every year.
Was it what inspired? Was it just one saw it one day, or is you got an insect just aficionado?
Maybe it's like it's kind of like naming a kid. Like if there's ultimate veto power. Like if any name it has this, right? So it's like four people come up name. It's like anybody says no, then it's dead. You're like, so you just cycle through all these names, and so eventually that one was one that everybody was like, no,
And that one had like kind of we never talked about it, but kind of had like one beat.
Yeah.
I know I used mine.
Yeah, I'm
I
curious.
think the other stage five, the first stage five for one gig. Remember?
Yeah.
Beats as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, naming a band is
There's a graveyard of what I think are cool names. And then there's certain things like it has to pass. One of my criteria is I call it the what you say factor. Like if you say the name and people ask you to repeat it, they don't understand it, that's out. So we found that it passes. Like when you say REDadmiral, we're like, got it. Like, you can hear it, you can understand it.
John, I'm curious, what was your visa for? What was the rejected? I'm with you on that one. I'd say
Guys are wrong. That's a great name.
So let's talk a little bit about this latest album. So it's coming out on Saturday, called Decimal. Always interesting times to be recording and to be coming out with any kind of music right now. So tell me a little bit about the creation. How's it been making an album during COVID? And it's been a while since your last album. What was the impetus to get it done now?
Well, lucked into the timeline and said St. Louis local music enthusiast and curator invited us onto his program, and we did a similar format where we did an interview and we performed five songs in the interview, and we really liked the way those five songs. Ryan Cohen over at the Robot Dog Studio and the group over there did a fantastic job, and we wow, that's five songs that's kind of the seed for something, and then lockdown happened. I mean, we were in there right in February.
It was like February. It was like a week or two before, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was buzz going about, like, oh my gosh, what's it going to hold? And then within the next couple weeks, everything changed. We started having all of our shows got canceled. Like life changed for all of us at that point. But we had
those 5 songs.
We had those 5 songs, and we had I think $300 sitting in my basement from a show up in Montpelier up at Charlie O's.
Right.
And so I just got up with Ryan and said, hey, this month we're doing any good. Well, you take it and we'll get in local discussion when we can.
Yeah, when things open back in.
Yeah, and it opened up, and we got back in, got 5 more songs done. So the first 5 are live, like single take, one and done, and then we had 5
Go.
did a couple of
no
tracks. They are
notes on the album.
no overdubs on any of it.
But we did a few.
That's
Right.
true.
Section trying around. But no.
So it's 10 songs, and then we were kicking. It was like the band name, the album name is sort of thing. Like we kick names around and took power. I don't remember any of the other ones. There was like live at, and I was like, let's not do it live at because there's live at records, and I felt like it was kind of pretentious to sing about that.
I think that implies an actual live setup.
Yeah.
Like it implies like a
People.
night at
At a place,
with
right.
people. Yeah.
Is live. I mean, and I was listening to it the other day, and I kind of forgot that it was live. I was enjoying it, and I said to the guys, I was like, you know what? As much as I like this, it's like, yeah, but it's not, we didn't take it back together. We played it as is.
Gotta say, it's the easiest album.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean, we walked in for the radio and moved out in an hour.
Yeah, we were in and out.
And an hour 5. So we're done in an hour, and then we back for what, 3 hours?
Yeah, maybe.
And I decided not to do any engineering. usually I'm sitting behind the scenes on stuff like that, Or I mean, when I say other albums I've done, not as mutual. Like this one went really quick and easy.
as an audio engineer, was that a surprise to you? And
I told you myself. And my bandmates too. It was better to do it this way. For everybody.
This
this time. So how did you settle on the tens that you had? Because I mean, as it's been a long time last recorded. So how is this just about songs you kind of gather this time, or a real agonizing process of them out?
I wouldn't say agonizing. I mean, it was just sort of like went over our list and just kind of narrowed down to these. And we already had the first 5, and then we just let's do. Did we do more and then pick? Did we did on the floor?
5.
We did 5. So we just did another 5, and then the
Nice.
scene.
Nice number.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 songs.
10 songs released on 10/10. There's metric.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I love the song, maybe from the album or wherever, really. What have we got for us?
Yeah.
This one's called Heat Reggae.
Nobody else the best. Nobody else really told the truth. Nobody else really that shit. Nobody else really gives you
All right, Hey Reggae by REDadmiral. So is some tough feelings going to that song?
At some point, probably, yeah.
Any particular beef about reggae?
No, not at all. It's more like it's not a beef about reggae music. I felt like it was a twisted kind of a reggae song. So it's more like reggae about hating on something, not reggae.
Okay.
And the idea of it being that reggae is such a happy sound.
Right. It's like
contradiction.
No, hating reggae.
yeah, find a pissed off reggae song. There it is.
So is there any kind of particular correlation between the tracks and the album, or just generally about the songs you do sing? Is there a kind of common theme or a common thing associated with the music you make?
You're all looking at that. That was yours, man. Common theme. Well, I don't know. I think I gave up a long time ago trying to like complain. Like, a lot of music is like a vent and an outlet, and so I just stopped trying to not be negative. Not that they're downer songs, but like they're mostly there's a lot of axe to grind stuff out it. I hope it doesn't sound. I hope it doesn't sound like it doesn't seem like a downer, but it's like upbeat energy, but there's not a lot of like love songs, happy-go-lucky tunes. They're a little bit more kind of edgy. Hopefully not that edgy of a person. That's where that's how it comes out.
Well, maybe that's why you're not able to.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a rage war.
It's my bad.
One fun thing about Gordon is our songwriter in the band. I'm the main songwriter, and it's so funny. Such a great songwriter, in my opinion, and so many of our songs are under minutes. It's incredible. I come more from a jam background where you might get a song in 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Under 3, 2, 30. A bunch of our songs are actually like quick short.
It's like
I like
punk,
that.
pop, punky kind of punchy.
Yeah.
But acoustic at the time.
Right.
It's a good mix. Are you all in like bands as well as REDadmiral?
Not at the moment. Occasionally, somebody will something up from time to time. But yeah, we've been guys for years, so that kind of that fills up a lot of kind of energy.
2020 is such a tough time to be an artist. Sure, a lot of folks in the community can relate. It's great to have this opportunity to come and play. We have been playing so frequently that like I'm losing that. There's an endurance I have to be able to like really play this strong and articulate without the regular gigs. Finding other things to do, and it's nice to have this. I'm really happy to be here to play some music.
Yeah, I've definitely got the impression that with the bands coming in, of being grateful to have an audience of more of themselves or the families that they're not like practicing in a basement. Yeah, a little bit about COVID. How have you three come into being able to turn our practice?
We're really fortunate to have. I know we've been in situations where having a place to play to practice has been challenging. That's the other thing about going full electric to acoustic, or not having a drummer and like electric amps. We can practice almost anywhere. So any one of our houses, any garage, we're not. You know what I mean?
River.
Down the river. There have been times where it was like there was stuff going on and we just went someplace outside, like literally just went to a park, like outdoors. And we've been doing that for years. So I tend to forget that it's like it's not like a reason to do this, but at the time it was because if you're in a band with a drummer, a PA and amps, you really have to rent a place or somebody's to have a barn or something. It's difficult. So being more portable is definitely a driver for this. Like I want to be able to play anytime, anywhere, not lug a bunch of stuff and get in the morning.
But and playing outdoors will help with the COVID era.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because we did a lot of our early practice socially distance right here
In the yard, yeah, outside.
And that was our kind of getting reacquainted with each other. Playing was out in the yard, socially distanced.
After 2 years of being
But
cooped
now-
up, it's really like what?
Now I just take these guys into my bubble.
Right.
So
To become part of your inner circle.
yeah, that's what it is. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
cool.
Creatively, have you felt the COVID allowed you to maybe expand it, or has it become more of a burden and you've had too dark of thoughts to be able to do proper work?
I've been excited to like that. This record was a driver. We had half in the bag going in, and so a couple after we got those mixes back, we were like we should just do 5 more. And so that got us through like thinking about this, having that as we go, let's go and do 5 more. And then we obviously woodshedded. We were playing in the yards and garages and get ready to do those next 5. So here we are.
I know that speaking personally, this has been a very creative time. I spent a lot of time writing and composing at the house, but I'll sometimes create these sketches and like put them over to John or something, just get some feedback. feedback, and I realizes I'm putting it together. I'm like, this is dark. no, the world does not need more darkness in 20. We need something more upbeat. I'll just scrap it and then try and find something a little happier.
Yeah, it's been a little fun sharing just doing stuff on the song. Yeah, I've got my song, like many songwriters out there. But it's fun. I actually have taken time to not only woodshed with theory books, but to learn some Ableton software. So I've been playing around making beats on a different way. So it's like for an engineer, it's a new instrument to learn. You know, a different creative outlet. So for me, I mean, that's been a lot, and kind of opened up, broadened my horizons a little bit from a home recording situation. So make the best of this really bad situation.
Yeah, and I don't usually do a lot of usually interested in doing covers, and I'm not been in band where we're expected to covers. We do, but not as a rule. We do material. We'll do covers just because people will like it. It's fun. But so yeah, cooped up. I turned that up a little bit. Some things around. So we've got like a full new cover song. We never used to do.
Do you think that's because we're kind of creating that familiarity in certain times?
Yeah. I did a couple covers. I recorded a couple covers just on my own. So many of my friends were live streaming. I did one live stream during beginning of lockdown, and then it got to be such like genre, and I was a little intimidated because everybody I knew was just doing it, and they were doing it better than I thought I'd do, and I was really insecure. So I recorded a couple things like that. Just they were covers, but they were covers that nobody would really know except. You know what I mean? They're covers of like friends of mine's band, like songs I like, but like radio songs.
So most obscure, like very
specific, yeah, personally like
right.
Friends I know, friends, you know, people I know. I really like that song that mine does, and so it just was really cool and fun. But
the Berlin community kind of into men kind of stuck together in this time.
I mean.
So to a certain extent, yeah. I mean, I've seen some different shows where different bands have come together and performed together. Like the $1 Billion Bash out of the Essex. There, and that was really great Vermont musicians coming together. But in general, I think the hard part is there's really nowhere to play. You know, the venues. What can you do? It's a situation.
We've seen a couple shows that we can't meet. My East there, they've done a really great with that outdoor venue. You know, just we can play, and you know, there's more outlets coming on online, which is great. I don't know what's gonna have winter, but
I know that Higher Ground has been circling around Vermont like a flatbed truck, and I saw Mama East on the back of that.
Oh, yeah.
One afternoon,
so I wanted to do.
That's great.
I want to do a drive-by gig.
Yeah, it was fun. They don't announce it until the morning of, and then you go find them, and you know they post the park, and
That's great.
it's a whole social distance thing.
It's like the food truck phenomenon with bands.
Yeah.
You just contract a tow truck company and flatbed, right?
So with coming out and COVID being, you know, ever present, how are you promoting? What are you doing for this? How's this being out into the world? Deathly silent.
Well,
here we are.
Yeah,
It's online. It's everywhere. It'll be on. It's on what SoundCloud. It's we released it into the wild. We did the thing, which should be everywhere. So
We're available for gigs.
So we're outside.
We'll go inside.
Well, fantastic. This is about all we've got time for, but I'd love to hear one last before you all pop off.
Sweet.
Control pricing.
I just we're gonna do one less control. Are you go for license?
Oh, fine.
Cool. Alright, this gun's on control.
Right, control by REDadmiral. Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks so much for having
Saving
us.
our lives. So yeah.
I'm glad that we can bring this public service to the fans of the month.
Sure is.
So Cavs next week we've got Spatool. They'll be coming into the Rocketshop to talk a little bit about themselves and the music they'll be making. But this has been 105.9 the Reggae to the Rocketshop. I've been your host, Doctor, and good night. Cool. Nice.
You.